As the reality of an odds-defying Donald Trump presidency began to sink in for many Kenyans, US Ambassador to Kenya Robert Godec sought to reassure Kenyans that nothing drastic would happen in the relations between Nairobi and Washington. Do you believe that, for instance, in foreign policy, etc., that there will still remain a very outward-looking America that is willing to collaborate with other countries, especially on the question of migrants? We're seeing such an influx of Africans looking to go to the West. America has traditionally been a safe haven, and Donald Trump said that he was basically going to deport all those who are in America illegally. Can we expect such drastic actions?
Obviously, political campaigns, there's always a lot of rhetoric. There's always a lot of sometimes hyperbole, and you have to wait and see what the actual policies are going to be. You know, I am convinced that the United States is going to remain a leader.
Sentiments immediately echoed by President Uhuru Kenyatta, who, while congratulating Trump for his victorious campaign, noted that the ties that bound Kenya and the United States remained strong as they were anchored in democracy, in the rule of law, and in the equality of peoples. President Kenyatta further noted, quote, "These values remain dear to the peoples of both nations, and so our friendship will endure," end quote. Opposition leader Raila Odinga equally congratulated Trump for his victory and expressed hope that under his leadership, the U.S. government would continue support for democracy and promotion of good governance and human rights around the world.
Watching the votes in New Hampshire.
Meanwhile, at the residency of the US Ambassador, what started out as an election viewing party punctuated with applause was later to end in a somber mood as it became clear that Hillary Clinton had lost.
We've always felt a little closer to the Democrats. And so until a few minutes ago, I think the mood here was quite somber and people were beginning to leave.
We scream every time we see a state go to Hillary, but Trump looks like he's ahead, and I'm praying and hoping that Hillary carries the day. When I look at Trump, he doesn't come across to me as a person who can be good for the whole world.
It's something that appears to go against the grain of, global harmony. So you really do not want somebody who appear to be a polarizing factor. But the Americans are telling us a different story.
This woman, an American working in Kenya, couldn't hold back her tears.
I am worried about the relationship that my country has. I think that it brings a lot of job security for those of us that are outside the U.S. to be good ambassadors for our own country and do the hard work.
However, this man was pleased by the result, saying he believed Trump was the best candidate to protect family values.
The person who walks with what looks like it is aligned by God, and one of my key interests is a president that would have brought conservative judges into the Supreme Court to overturn matters of LGBT and a court that would bypass the Roe versus Wade ruling that meant that children who are conceived in the mother's stomach have no right to live. So for me, that's a very personal and particular issue, and that's the reason why I was supporting the presidency of President Donald Trump.
But the uncertainty, surprise and shock that greeted Trump's election means it's a wait-and-see game as to how his presidency will affect the world, let alone Nairobi. Ann Kiguta for the Citizen Business Center.